Alright guys, so blending. How do I blend? Well, very simple. If you want to blend something like a cinnamon roll or pumpkin pie or apple pie, whatever. Things like that, food kind of smells have food ingredients. So if you wanted to make a pumpkin pie, for example, I have pumpkin. I have other ingredients to make pie, like nutmeg and things like that, that help give that pumpkin pie smell to it. Now, nutmeg is also used to make pumpkin spice. So, in the right amounts, you can make certain smells. In other amounts, you can make different smells altogether. So, look at food. Look at what ingredients they have. See if there's an oil, an essential oil, or a fragrance oil. Fragrance oils aren't going to hurt you. You can use them. Fragrance oils are used for fragrance. Is all it is. It's just the smell. We use fragrance all the time in soaps and shampoos, even perfume, men's colognes, things like that. So we got fragrance everywhere. Fragrance ain't gonna hurt you. But anyways, I'm gonna show you all a blend that works well together. I even have the finished product right here. So we're going to start from the main ingredient, which is peppermint and rosemary. These are the married couple, okay? Meaning that they are the two that mix the best together. As they will, on the bottles there are ways to use the oil or best mixed with. Like eucalyptus and tea tree will have best use. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that it's the only way to use it? No, it's not the only way to use it, actually. It just means that, hey, look, we want you to use it this way. And so they're going to give you that. A lot of companies make their own diffusers, and they will actually say, use this in a diffuser, even if it is an essential oil. All these are actually essential oils. You can use them in a diffuser if you want to, but even peppermint. Peppermint doesn't have, a diffuser use on it, it says. It just shows you what it mixes well with. So, if I move down the line, I got eucalyptus and tea tree. Now, they don't say that they mix well together on the back, but I know they mix well together because of trial and error. Then we got pine needle. Why would pine needle mix with that? Well, we got all different kinds of forestry smells here. It's only natural that a forestry tree smell is going to be in there because we got ground smell, but now we got a forestry tree smell. So, what's that going to make? Well, this next ingredient might give you a hint. Cedar wood. Now, cedar wood is another forestry tree log kind of smell. So why would that mix well with that? Well, we got pine, now we got cedar wood. It's going to give you that forestry wood smell, but if you do it right, it's going to have the separate smell together, meaning that the pine and the cedar wood ain't going to smell as if they were together. The strongest smell is going to be the peppermint. You all see where I'm going with this yet? It is a Christmas tree blend. Yes. You got peppermint for candy canes, you've got pine for the Christmas tree, and you got cedar wood for the firewood. Now, you will not get the burning smell of firewood. That is a very strong smell. In order for me to get that, I would have to have an outdoor fire over some wood, preferably cherry wood. And I would just hold the oil. I wouldn't hold it over the fire, just hold it near the fire, and it would get that fire burn smell to it. But again, it's not going to actually smell very good. So you got to just know how to mix it. Now, all these do not sit here and say that they mix well together. So why do they mix well together? Well, they mix well together, one, because of the fragrance. Number two, they mix well together because of the smell that they are, being outdoors and forestry. So they smell well together that way. It would be like me putting orange, lavender, and jasmine together. They're not citrusy. All three of those. The two of those aren't citrusy. The orange is, but the other two isn't. So why would I have citrus and floral? They work well together. They complement each other. just like these will complement each other. Now, a lot of people will sit there and argue the fact that, you know, certain oils do mix better than others. Well, this can be the case, but here's the thing. When you go and you do that, one, you're going to lose the ability to mix the oil with whatever you want it to mix with. I know these work well. I know it works well with my beard. What helps it to grow. And yes, beard oil can help your beard to grow. There's a lot of things to it, and a lot of people will say no, but I'm going to tell you right now it does work. So, why would you want to, you know, turn around and say, hey, no, look, this ain't going to work, guys? It's because a lot of people, one, don't want to try new things, or people just are just so dead set on a certain company. Your body's going to change. From, like, when you take an antibiotic, one antibiotic might work for you one time, or 2 times, or even 3 times. But let's say after that 3rd time, it starts lessening, and lessening, the effect is going away. Because your body's going, I'm used to this antibiotic now, and you need to use a different one. So that's what's going to happen with beard oil. If you find these guys with big, long beards, and I'm not talking about here, I'm talking here, you know, Gandalf-sized beard, they're often going to tell you they own probably 10, 15 bottles of different kinds of oils. Why? Not just because they like the smell, but because they want to switch it up every once in a while. Because your beard is going to sit here and say, hey, look, this worked for me for a time, but I need you to feed me something else. So, now, with the dilution of the curls, your beard oil will get weaker. So that's why I always add more essential oils to them. Now, a lot of people will say that, you know, you shouldn't do that because of skin contact. Well, here's the thing. This is very true. Now, your hands, now, I don't know about yours, but my hands, I'm do a lot of damage to them. So, I mean, I still got nerves in my hands, you know what I mean? So I feel things. But my hands, as are most men's, I hope, very rough, very, you know, like you've done a lot of work with your hands. And the oils won't really, you won't feel anything. Your hands are used to feeling stuff. So, but anyways, you're going to put it on your face. Here's the thing. When you put it on your face, your beard's going to act like a filter. Meaning that you're not going to have exact skin contact yet. Does that mean that when you get skin contact, that it's going to be bad? No. Even if your beard was here, and you use the proper amount of drops for your beard, or even if your beard was here and you use the proper amount of drops, your beard is going to act like a filter. By the time the oil reaches your skin, it's been stretched, it's been pulled, and by that time, it's lost most of the effect. So that's why I add a lot of different oils to maximize the effect, so that when it reaches your skin, it's not going to do any damage or anything. It's just going to accentuate it, just to, you know, say, hey, look, I need this, and you're giving it to me. Thank you. That's basically how your face is going to act. And that's what I do with that. So when you blend, you got to remember, your beard's a filter, and the carrot oil is going to dilute it. So when you blend it, you need to make sure you're adding the right amounts. Now, in the Christmas blend, I will show you the oils I use the most. Yeah, there we go. So, you got peppermint, rosemary, tea tree, eucalyptus. This aside, peppermint, you got rosemary, tea tree, and eucalyptus. Peppermint is my main smell, followed by these two. Okay? So, these are my smelling oils. Even though they are essential oils, guys, I'm using them for their scents, but they do promote a lot of different things in the skin and the hair. But these three I would use more so for the beard hair itself. Because, for example, sorry, I bet you didn't know this, and if you did, it's probably because you're awesome. Tea tree is actually a natural bug repellent. You can use this on a lot of forestry smells, and bugs don't come near you. Now this works for a fact because I've used it. Gnats hate me. Also promotes longer hair growth. Eucalyptus promotes longer hair growth, among other things. Rosemary promotes hair growth, among other things. So, why then would a lot of people say it doesn't work when these things want to promote that? Honestly, it's because people feel comfortable with different old brands, old companies. So that's why I'm making these videos. I want you all to understand that when you make your own oil, it's okay. You know, you can add oil, lots of oil if you want to. It's not going to hurt you. Now, if you're talking soaps and stuff, there's a difference there. Because if I add peppermint to it and I don't dilute it properly, it's going to actually burn. Because it's going to give that cooling sensation. And peppermints activate ions and make that feel that way. So your skin's going to be confused. And it's going to feel cold. Even, hotter waters. You're not going to feel like you're even really hot yet. So that's why you don't use peppermint in soaps. Even dilute it 2%, it's exact skin contact. Even for hairy guys, you got to remember, some guys aren't completely hairy. I mean, look at my arms. I got hair, but I'm not completely hairy. If I were to use that, boy, it would not turn out good. So, beard oil, however, because the beard is so big, when you put it in, your beard's going to act like that filter, like I said, and you rub it around, and it's just going to stretch, pull, and you lose the effect, and boom. That's why you want to add more to it. That's why I use 70 drops of different essential oils. It's all different. The Christmas blend between these 6 oils, okay, I have 60 drops. That averages to 10 drops a bottle. But it doesn't work that way. I actually start with the peppermint. I go about 15 drops. More if needed. The reason why I say more if needed is because I have done accidental 2 drops extra before, so but I've gotten better at that with these funnels. So, which you see my DIY, you know what I'm talking about, these little guys. Then I go with pine needle. Now, pine needle I want to in there, but I don't want too strong. So I half what I put in with peppermint. Cedarwood, I try to even it out, so I put about 5 or 6. These oils, however, I put in way more. So you're talking about almost 30 oils here. Okay? Drops, I mean. Now, I've got 30 oils to play with these. So, are those going to affect the smell? It can. So, if I have a drop or 2 extra, I'll add a drop or 2 extra of peppermint. So, because I like the even numbers. I don't want to sit there and do 73. I hate that. I would do 72 or 74. No joke. I'm okay with like 75, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, just say my OCD then. But anyways, guys, so that's how you want to blend. You want to make sure that one smell doesn't overpower the other. You want to make sure that you're using product that promotes. You need to look at product that promotes. You need to actually research it a little bit. And once you figure out how it works, what to do, and things like that, I guarantee you're going to come up with a great product. Okay? So this is how you're going to blend. Make a plan before you mix, and you're going to blend pretty good. So, thanks for watching.